Mike, I have a couple of charts that I think are real important going into the PCE tomorrow. And really for the whole market, there's yields really are a big part of what's going on in the markets. And, we had this decline in TLT and we had this pop in the 10-year over the last couple of weeks, and they're relenting today. And TLT is very important to me. It went to the wedge line yesterday. I posted it in the main room that it was important that it held here. So far, so good. But, for a half an hour, you could throw your charts away after the PCE release. You never know what it's going to do. But this is important for the case of lower yields to hold here. So if we start taking this out,
Oh,
there's Houston, we've got a problem because initially we could go to 86, and longer term there are even some people talking about it, and this would really be a very negative outcome for the market would be if the TLT just aborts and trades under 80 and takes out the lows from October. That would be, kind of a disaster. And people aren't showing up for our auctions, so we
oh,
need
good.
good data. So we need good data, benign data to have the market people come in and buy bonds because they're not getting support. Little from the Fed because they're not selling as much in QT, but people aren't showing up for our auctions. And if we get the lower yields, the dollar bear case will be intact. Dollar's front running the number. It may have been enough today in euro. In
Maybe
fact,
for today. I see. You know what I
yeah,
mean? That's a good
right here, right
yeah.
here. So just a little flag, little ABC. Um, uh, I told people when we were on Tuesday that if you wanted to stay short the dollar to trail your stops over 105.40, we didn't get there. All right, so you're still alive on your dollar short.
Live. I
Nothing
love that.
wrong, nothing wrong with even booking it. I would sell dollar strength if it happened all the way up to here, being wrong over 640. And then maybe we get a breakdown. If TLT turns good, we should get a breakdown in the dollar, take out this uptrend. And it's hard for me to be bearish in market with that going on. That being said, a few weeks ago I said, Mike, lower yields and a weaker dollar should be jet fuel for the market, right? And those things are happening today, and S&Ps are down 13.
Oh, it's relative
Now,
weakness.
yeah,
Simple. I don't know.
yeah,
You know,
and especially something we talked about Tuesday was the weakness in the Dow. I mean, this is really cratered. So here's what,
Microsoft being 11 is helping it.
yeah, Microsoft definitely under pressure. It's got a hold here, but it looks heavy. Um, so my dream narrative is we bottom here, we don't break down.
Right. I know
And
what the
we
drip. Okay.
and then we get a new high, into July, 5,600 or so, and the Dow will not make a new high. It should put in some type of failing rally. But the big takeaway for me today is the Russell. So I like the way the Russell came off this, tested a breakout level here, right here, closed under this 50-day, 200-day for, 12 hours, but it's back above it. And you have it almost up 1% with NASDAQ down over 0.5%, S&P's down a quarter. I would do a pairs trade and be long Russell, short NASDAQ. Um,
I will love that. Oh, talk to
uh,
me.
okay, and if I could, I would try and buy Russell stocks that maybe aren't regional banks because they took a pretty good hit. Long term, I think there's a big problem. We're almost back at April lows, kind of like what Intel's doing. So anyway, big number tomorrow. I think I covered everything I wanted to talk about. unusual action. First time I've seen silver down sharply with gold up in a while.
Noted.
So,
Thank you. I mean,
okay.
that's, even if you don't believe in the diversion, in that correlation, it's still point, you know what, it's still pointing. That's all.
Yeah. Yeah. And the gold
Well
silver
put.
ratio got
Agree.
completely obliterated. As Francis said, maybe we're due for a rally, and
I
maybe
call
we'll
Frank.
get it. Yeah. So, um, Amazon, I still think has a shot. I mean, it's heavy, but I still think it has a shot for a new high. But I'd go with Russell on long positions and TLT. You're wrong over under yesterday's low. And if we turn good and get some benign numbers, I'd expect follow through, weakness in the dollar, continuation move in TLT, and yields to drop. Oh, one last thing that's pretty cool for people that want to learn technical analysis.
Yes, I
Uh,
love it.
okay,
I'll
I've
even turn
wor
off the
I
screen for this lesson. Go ahead.
I've worked with a lot of people over the years, and I worked with this female trader, Nicola Duke, who had a philosophy that different instruments responded better to different fibs. And they kind of had a rhythm of what fibs are better to play. Should it be 50%, 61.8, 78.6? But, what I want to show here is 78.6. And this is why. This failed at 78.6 from this decline. Okay. Then we started heading lower here, and this is failing from 78.6, this line.
I see.
So
It's
when
the
you,
green, the light blue.
yeah, so
That's the
if you
range.
if you're trading yields and looking for retracement moves, don't ignore 78.6. And with that being said, Mike, I'm going to turn it over to you chart wise, and see what you're thinking here going into the PCE.
The PCE is irrelevant for me.
Okay.
Okay, my
I
mentor.
figured. I knew you'd say that.
I know. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
You know what? I appreciate that. Whether you agree or not, it's a good.
Yeah.
It's a teammate synergy,
Yeah.
and I appreciate that. Okay, bifurcated markets. Let's talk about it.
Perfect term.
Okay, Hewlett Packard.
Yeah.
There's Hewlett Packard. There's Microsoft. Oh,
Yeah.
it's down. By the way, it's down 11. Here's CRM, the behemoth cloud player, if you will.
Wow.
The biggest out there. There's CRM.
Yeah.
But then again, I pointed out. Hold on a second. I'm getting a signal here. Buy signal. Anybody's interested. But then again, you get a stock like AI that actually bounced from.
Buy signal and what?
Uh, or to fade the VIX, to fade the VIX. A
To
buy
buy.
signal on indices.
Okay. So buy the indices because
Well, it's
VIX
just
is
it looks
fading.
like the
All right.
market's going to take the market's pulled back a little bit. It looks like the market might bounce. That's all.
Okay. Cool.
That's all. I'm saying it's going to
I'm
reverse right in here.
I'm with you. You
Stock.
know,
How about
are
this
there
one? We have
okay.
Kohl's.
Oh,
Okay, Kohl's. It's a big box retailer. There's no argument, right?
yeah.
But then again, you have Foot Locker up 30%, which I'm sure. So,
I mean, yeah.
okay.
So you have to really be
A&F was up
not
30
even
yes.
you.
A&F was up 30 yesterday. Now it's down 20. Hold on a second. A stock like Kava, it's a retail eating stock like McDonald's. Well, yesterday they blew it out. Coach, yesterday could I Kava at 74. It's 4 trading hours later.
Wow.
Besides just sleeping,
Yeah.
it's 92 to making 2 new highs. That's all.
Wild.
What else? This GTLB, all of a sudden broke down. It looked like his whole, stocks break, all over the place. NTNX, the strongest stock probably on IBD, literally for years. They held it up. Penthouse to, the poorhouse. Gave back
Wow.
literally
A month.
February. No, it's February, coach, right
3
here.
months. Yeah.
All right, so that's it. So what did something change that dramatic? I mean, Foot Locker was dormant for I don't know how long. my point being is that something radically changed like in Foot Locker? I don't think so. OPEC looking to extend cuts. Maybe that's why. Bristol Myers
Okay,
taking
so
calls.
let me ask you this: with so your point is, and well taken, is
Thank you.
you can't just be right about a sector. You have to be right about the individual equity in the sector,
You know,
because even within sectors, there's a lot of bifurcation.
Coach, I mean, what is really the difference between Kohl's and Foot Locker?
Yeah.
From where I come, hold on. I mean, is it that big of a difference where Krem, I understand what's going on in cloud and Hewlett Packard. I haven't really disseminated what's going on there. Must be something with hardware. I mean, I don't, let's look at IBM. There you go. That broke down. Doesn't IBM go with Apple? IBM go with Hewlett Packard? I don't know. Let's look at
How about
now.
what does
Now Apple's flagging to go. I wouldn't short this
yeah,
now. There's Apple as Microsoft is teetering on diverging three of them
yeah.
indices. One bad day that goes down like this thing. That's all. I don't know, Coach.
Look
There's
at
nothing
look at
here.
Intel. Intel's almost back to its October lows.
I actually said that was a little bit of a buy this morning to look at it, but
All right,
Coach, you
maybe.
know what I mean? I don't know. So I took a position in the fund long Nike today, a big one. Not gonna lie.
Okay.
Okay, and why did I?
Looks like that
Hold
could
on.
pop.
Okay, here's the stocks. Like obviously everybody should know, and if you don't know, you should. I'm not gonna.
What was there any option stream put buying in Microsoft over the last few
No, there
days?
wasn't. No, there wasn't.
So a lot of these moves to the downside are not being backed up by flows, option
No,
flows.
nothing. No. That's it. You know what? That's Coach. That's what I think you have learned, if you will. They're going into Krem. They're still not interested in Krem. They're buying this stock calls. This is what they're doing. You want to know? This is what they're backing up, and you
Crocs.
wouldn't be surprised. Right here. Hold on, Bisler.
Huh. First Solar's been cooking. Yeah.
I took a position. I'm in run today. All right, that might be a mean to the reversion to the mean. You get what I mean. You get it. You know what I mean? As
Yeah.
the other ones are starting to catch up, as the leaders start to rest. I'm buying dogs.
Can you pull up leadership in the Russell today and see what's leading the way? Since Russell is leading, what are the leaders in Russell? Do you have a filter for that?
No, it's just my universe. I don't.
Okay. All
I
right.
appreciate that. It doesn't mean, I don't know. I don't. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay. Anyway, because that would make sense. The melt up guys and even guys like Tom Lee have been looking for huge moves in the Russell that hasn't really played out. So if we're in, the melt up stage, like some of our guests have said, you would think that would be time for Russell outperformance because it's the junk, right? And lower price stocks. That's why people are Nvidia splitting, a lot of split stuff going
Look,
on.
I understand that. Let them split.
Yeah.
Apple going into Apple for the second. They're just going. They're making moves. Let them split. I don't want to sound. Let them split.
Google Google looks heavy too.
It does look heavy.
So I don't know, maybe this is the top because I'm looking for one more high.
I
But if
don't
I
know,
was going to
Coach.
be,
But I told you that everybody they were short the Dow, and the Dow stocks are the ones that are hanging in today.
they
Although
were
that
buying Dow puts the last few days.
no, I'm buying Dow calls into
Oh,
XLI. Remember, as
okay.
I pointed out yesterday, our discussion, or maybe it was a discussion, I feel on Tuesday,
Tuesday.
how the
Yeah.
hedge funds are most aggressively Dow stocks short.
Oh, okay. Well,
Hims, they're buying Hims
I
more.
think they're right.
They are, well, Coach. Let's go into our. We can go to TradeGATEHub actually. Hims, they're loading into this. As I'm, hold on, let me
Oh,
show
I see their commercials. I could call them for everything
Hims. I know what you mean.
except hair loss.
I know. I have neither. Well, I have. I'm
I
starting to
could
get a.
call them for anxiety and ED and what else do they do? Uh, Depression.
I felt I should be.
Him.
In, I should be in a box should be coming every day for the Amazon truck should be pulling up every day for me. Then,
Hey, where's my
hi Fred.
hymns?
Yeah.
Yeah, bring
All
my
right.
hymns
Bottom
up.
line
All right.
is, I took a position in the fund today. Not usually. I mean, I don't list short stocks in the fund. It's in this one. Bristol Myers bullish. Bristol Myers bullish. Bristol Myers 1,000 calls. Bristol Myers. Here's the chart on Bristol. I get it. All right, you know what I mean? I feel like Bristol, the kind of one I feel like on Nike. All right, I get it. All right, I'm not looking for it to go back. I mean, this is the weekly on Bristol. I don't think it's going back to 65. I think my edge here is a little bit okay. Only that I buy Bristol Myers and Nike is because of calls. But Nike, you can understand why they're going calls. Here's Crocs. Here's ONON, the other shoe tell. Here's Skechers. They're buying everything else, but Nike has, as we know, first of all, everybody has them, but it's a little leveraged, a little into China, coach. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And I like China here. They're going into JD Calls still. I pointed that yesterday. Calls off the board. Fact. Baba, I said, I don't know what it means. I didn't do it. You heard yesterday's video, Tuesday. I said, I'm not sure, but there were the calls.
Yep.
And by the way, I don't think it's not like I'm saying I go walk away and think like I got Bobby here and go back on Labor Day and enjoy my summer fortune. I don't think that's it. But they're taking calls short term. You need confirmation, like you would ask. Are they taking puts in Microsoft? Are they backing up for solar calls? I like this for it to build a little bit of a base instead of some uncertainty. This could be an ABC pattern, or whatever you call that thing, to the downside. I don't know for what I see here, but it's all the moving averages. China's a little bit of the mean to the reversion play as well. Like Tesla, Tesla. I took the board on Tesla. What a bad trade. I was up in Tesla nicely. All right, let's look at some other stocks. Burlington Coat Factory, Parabolic. Uh, Here's a
Not
stock,
seeing it.
Chewy. Right, all of a sudden, nothing for Chewy. They were taking calls.
All
Chewy.
right, we're not seeing those charts.
I'm
In the
sorry.
right-hand corner, it's our broadcast frozen there. Okay, yeah,
Chewy.
look at that. Yeah.
All right, so you buy the worst of breed. Woof, tripled. Literally, woof. $1.60 to almost $4. They
Yeah.
bought Chewy. Chewy started popping. Why not buy Woof? I mean,
Well,
they have.
they were buying calls in this stuff before
They're
these
buying Chewy.
popped.
The Chewy calls the whole time, and you know what? I'm sick of buying. You know what? I'm sick of buying these things. This Chewy could have. I mean, although it's above the moving averages, usually when they're buying calls down here, they don't work that much. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But I get it.
Yeah.
They caught things at the right time because these other low floaters and GME, they started to pop as well. They caught it at the right time. If
Yeah,
the
they're
market
looking. Yeah.
turned,
Yeah. You could lose like on 2 or 3 cycles, and then if you stop, then you miss. That's why you don't bet big on any expiration cycle. You
but what
like
it meant,
a
well,
good,
because they're binary, you're stuck.
just,
You got no
yeah,
out.
you spread your bets, you buy time.
Hood, I posted listen,
Oh my
it,
gosh.
that's Hewlett.
Oh, Hewlett. Okay, that's
It
not
doesn't
good.
matter. Listen, I'm serious here, and I should even talk to myself because I don't have enough. But if you're not in Hood, you have to think about your trading because there's everybody in there. Calls have been flying for Hood for weeks. I don't have a biggest position. Yes, I'm in
Let's
it.
see it. I'm looking at
Hold on, I'm
Hewlett.
going to finish my statement because when I look at it,
Oh, okay.
I'm going to get distracted.
Okay.
It has New Year highs, calls, has shorts in it. The sector's correct, if you will. Blah blah blah. It doesn't matter if it makes gold, widgets, televisions, microphones, or coffee. Here's the chart on Hood. That's it. Basing, volume, calls, not even close to being overbought. The flag, even if new high, anticipate, let's go to. That's it. Had everything you wanted. The weekly, not even close. Volume coming in. So, like I say, don't, you have to put your ego aside or just go with price action Trump sentiment. I don't care. If some people I understand they don't like, investing in Philip Morris or whatever because they don't like cigarettes. I get it. You know what I mean? Or some
Yeah.
people don't like Facebook or facilitating what they don't like. I dig it. Whatever you think about Hood, put your ego aside. It has everything we believe in and everything a basic trader should believe in outside of what we know going to be experienced. New high, volume, relative strength as you look at these other stocks. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
Yeah.
what's not to like?
Yeah.
Seriously, I'm not pontificating. If you're not in this, you got an issue or you're not aware.
And
It's
you've
as
been
clean as
pounding
they
the
come.
tape. You've been
It's on
pounding the
every new
table.
high. It's on Yahoo Finance, new high list. Every
How
generic.
many times did you bring it up in the main room? Hood over the last
Enough,
few weeks.
enough where I'm breaking one of the cardinal rules in trading. One thing you never do is say I told you so. Short of that,
Okay. All right. Got you, buddy.
Am I wrong?
Uranium following through or still churning up there?
They went into UEC a little bit. That didn't work when it should have worked. CCJ. Well, you know, what
Yes.
are you going to do? It's one. It's. I know. This is what I think. I
It's a
think
meat
CC.
grinder.
Well, I think CCJ is one good. I mean, it's more apt to pop 10% than go down 10%.
Okay.
Isn't that what your edge is? Maybe it doesn't, but net over time, with
Yeah.
stocks taking calls, there's no coach. You're going to ask me how many times I said about CCJ?
About 50.
Oh, okay, so
But
that's enough.
you've been on this uranium. Yeah. So yeah. Well, I mean, if we're going to new highs, is CCJ an NYSE issue?
Yes, I love three
Okay.
letters. Yes, good
All right.
question.
Okay.
Here's another one. I'll leave it at this. What I mentioned probably 5 minutes ago before I pontificated. Hymns, hymns,
Yeah.
hymns, hymns, hymns. Okay. Now, why hymns? It's pulling a hood. Heavily shorted. They blasted it the other day.
Yeah.
There's the daily. There's the weekly. RSI in the weekly, 73. I don't even think about shorting an RSI in the weekly. Like you say, coach, you better be till it's in the 90s. I'm not saying it's a short. I don't even, but
You
that's
know
what
what? It probably wants to take out that high from 2021.
oh, listen, it's gonna lead
That
to
was like 25 when you had
look,
that prior chart up.
well, but all I'm saying is I started saying hymns. We
Oh,
started the
it's
video at
close to doing
11.
it.
You
Yeah.
already been up 60 cents. We started the video at 11:02. I
Yeah.
started hymns.
Okay. All right. Nice review of the action. Tomorrow should be action packed too. And you know, uh
I'm out of
it
breath.
seems like, it seems like the option players have been participating in the right stocks going up, but they've missed a lot of breaks because you've showed me a lot of big gap downs and failures, and there were not put sweeps on any of these. You didn't have any tells to be forewarned about some of these really damaged gap down broken stocks now.
I'm gonna have to go back to my screen, which I want to do. So I'm not gonna look at my P&L, but I want to show something. I don't like looking because it gets me distracted. Hold on a second. Trust me. If I look, then I'm gonna get all nuts and everything. Okay, I can shut this off. All right, here we go. Let me just show something in TGH why this is happening. Share a screen right here. First of all, not only that, you can watch video live and picture in picture. I mean, that's trading porn, and I don't mean to be dramatic. We will check out your Microsoft analysis, Coach. Bravo. Thank you. That's the plan. Needs to hold. Whether it works or not, it's a high level opinion. Right at the moving averages. Thank you for posting that, Coach. This is the
Well,
reason why. I just China stocks are inching towards a correction, and they're buying calls. Brilliant.
yeah.
Coach, wait for this because this is if I have it. Ah, you bastard. We went into too much information. For those that missed, this is a good point here. For those that I posted this Monday or Tuesday, so we post so much data that it ran out of room, if you will. So I would urge everybody to have the second best amenity, not to sound pitchy, besides TradeGATEHub being free. Go to our red YouTube icon channel, get into TradeGATEHub, and watch our videos throughout the week. Monday, I posted it. Not only are we doing live, there's Coach's video, reposted by Francis himself yesterday, garnering 1,600 views, not even 24 hours ago. Bravo, Coach, leading
Thank you,
by
man.
example. And what do I mean leading by example? Everything is just the same as TradeView Markets as TradeGATEHub. It's built for traders by traders and quality over quantity. This is a quality guest, and there's no surprise that it's built in quantity. Good job, Coach.
Yeah.
Not to placate.
Some nice content by, you know, Silver Bulls. Watch it. It'll give you reinforcement.
My bottom line is we said this before. Hedge funds are short individual stocks aggressively. And that's why you're seeing these moves
Okay.
that are
All right.
outside of ranges. If they're wrong, they're
Yeah.
wrong. And the
I
problem why they're doing this, VIX, the coach, is that the VIX is so abated still that they just like Krim, they go down there and they stay there. There's no volatility for movement. So, there are a lot of trades. There are a lot of trades turning into positions. Not that I'm guilty, but I'm hoping for the VIX to pop a little bit so I
it's
can.
having a good week.
Oh no, absolutely, and so I'm
Yeah.
glad because it's the biggest loser in the fund, hedging
Yeah.
volatility. You believe that still? How many times have I said that?
I'm just surprised that these option sweeps are great on the long side. I don't see that much action on the short side that's nailed stuff. Maybe it's because we're in a bull market. Maybe that'll be a sign of a bear market when we start seeing put sweeps happening because there's been a trend change. Right now, it's just you're guessing it's maybe topping, but that's not the same as being in a full-fledged bear market. So, I'm just a little bit surprised because they're smart guys. I mean, they may have seen some of this stuff coming. They can't hide it though. If they're buying the
Coach.
puts, they can't hide it.
Right. And you know what? I don't, you can look about this as my feed. Maybe everybody's hopping on it. I don't really look at the herd mentality with the stock got a lot of good, but everybody's on this thing. Here's my guy, IT. Him calls. The
Yeah,
public Jesus feed. Him calls. You know what I
yeah,
mean? So be aware. You might want to take some off the table.
yeah.
Pardon me, but
Oh,
Wall Street Jesus.
there's a Hindenburg omen. I've heard about that before. Anyway, great trade on Hood, buddy. And
Thank you, Coach.
you could lead a horse to water. Don't
You
worry
can't
about it.
force it to drink. But listen,
Yeah.
like I say, this is not, I don't have a specific algorithm. I'm not that smart. Hood is in Yahoo Finance, making new highs, has good volume. That's it. You got to be aware. It's the game is focused at this point.
It is. Yeah, which isn't always easy.
No, it
So,
isn't.
there's a lot of energy to have that concentration.
It is a
So,
lot of energy.
yeah, so you're lucky you're a young guy.
Young,
So,
I'm 52 years old. Got my
well,
first pull. I got a tooth missing. I got my first tooth pulled. I'm going like this all day. Like, you know what I mean?
you're
I look
not a
like a
member of
weirdo.
ARP. You're not a
You ever,
member of ARP yet, okay,
you
buddy?
ever see the Seinfeld when he gets the operation in his tooth and he has
Oh
Novocaine
yeah,
and the guy thinks has special needs?
yeah.
But
Oh
I
yeah,
still haven't gotten the tooth, the tooth implant yet because it heals. So I'm walking around like this.
yeah.
It looks like I'm crazy. Anyway,
All right, buddy.
Apple, healthy breather, off an upside 9. If you're into DeMark, there it is. All right, so I
Okay,
get it. Maybe some kind of consolidation. As
yeah.
I go here to my feed, Krem down 21%. User report is issued with live pricing for indexes. So as we approach whatever 11:30, 11, take a break. There's a lot of ranges, a lot of volatility. Go watch the videos again and come up with a plan in the afternoon. Know your style.
My main takeaway is it's more important than ever to be a stock picker than it has been before from what you just showed me today. Okay. You could be right about the market, you could be right about the sector, and if you're in the wrong stock, even in the right sector, you have problems. So got to be laser focused on what's happening. Every stock, just like every currency, is an entity in of itself and may be influenced by other things surrounding it, but it's its own animal. Take that to heart. And don't just count your pips, count your blessings. Thanks, Mike. I'll see you in the room, bro. Good
You got it,
luck.
coach.
Good luck tomorrow.
I
I'll
appreciate that. Thanks for everybody tuning in behind the scenes. Questions, comments, complaints, all welcome. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. We just want to Coach and I have done it a million times. We want to get better and bring you, fulfill your
Yeah,
needs and bring
help
content.
make us better.
No,
Bring in your good stuff.
yeah,
You're another pair of eyeballs. You may be looking at something I didn't even notice, or Mike. So
absolutely. You kidding me? I
yeah,
learned the
so
same way. You think I wasn't, listen, I don't forget where I came from. There's no
there's
bad
no
question. I take it
there's
seriously.
yeah,
Seriously.
community is a key thing.
I learned people took a lot of patience with me. Actually, I got it right away. I'm not going to lie, but they still took patience.
All right, buddy.
Cheers.
Adios.
All right.
See you, man.